Hello everyone, welcome back to Press Coverage. Ian here with Adam as always, and I'm going to start the show off a little differently today. I'm going to just start ranting. Adam, how if you had the 24th ranked offense points, 24th ranked in points, your total offense is ranked 28th, your passing offense ranks 26th, and your rushing offense is ranked 21st. You're 33% on third down. How do you keep your job as an offensive coordinator or a head coach when you're supposed to be the offensive guru?
Your name is Marvin Lewis.
No,
Uh,
your name's Adam Gase, and it's the most pathetic. Anytime I read a bunch of articles this week about how Adam Gase has done a great job and deserves to say no, he needs to get fired. He has not been any good. He has not been any good. In 2016, when he had Ryan Tannehill, right? He had the great Ryan Tannehill. You know what the points we were averaging then? Still 24th. We are garbage.
what gave you that impression?
These numbers gave us that. You know, in 2016, we didn't convert one fourth down. We were 0 of 4 on fourth down in 2016. That's pretty
You only
bad.
went for it 4 times the
Yep.
whole year in 17 games.
Yeah. What do you think our percentage on third down was on in 2016? We're 33%.
35%.
36%.
That was pretty close.
What do you think it was last year?
What are the numbers under Joe Philbin?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's go to 2013. Oh, this isn't going to be good. This is going to be really bad. 35%. 2013. 2014, we were. Oh, we're almost getting up to 40% here. 40% exactly.
What's the league average?
I'd have to look that up. But every year we've played, the opposing team has opposing team has a better average of third down than we do. Our bet in the last 6 years, Adam, our best third down percentage was 40%. Not under Adam Gase. Adam Gase should be ashamed of himself and should get fired right now. They should walk into his office right now and be fired. How do you defend those numbers? 24th point scoring. You're not even averaging 21 points a game. You're averaging 20.8 points a game. How is that acceptable in any world?
Defense scored more points than the offense did last week too.
He was billed as this offensive genius that would come in and fix all these offensive problems. The offense is averaging 315 yards a game, which is 28th in the NFL. You're only better than 4 teams.
How many times do I have to tell you? Like, Peyton Manning made this guy. Like, there's no excuse around it. Like, Peyton Manning's made every offensive coordinator look good. Clyde Christensen, Tom Moore. Like, it doesn't matter. Peyton Manning's made every offensive coordinator look good, and Adam Gase is one of those guys.
This guy needs to get fired today. Needs to get fired today. It's embarrassing that he's still freaking. I'm just sad.
Who would you hire then?
Who would I hire?
Yeah, if you were the general manager and had a hiring power, who would you hire?
I don't know. We've talked about this. I don't know. Who would you hire?
Like I said, I can hire the type of guy that I want, but I can't
No,
pick
you
a
gotta give me a
specific
name. You gotta give me a name right now.
There are no names, Ian. There are no names.
You gotta give me a name right now, or you're stuck with Adam Gase for 2 more seasons.
There's no names. It's just like the college football quarterbacks. All of them left.
So you would
so bad.
So you would stay with Adam Gase for 2 more years.
I thought he only has 1 more year on his deal, or is it 2?
I don't know, but you know who I want. Give me Lincoln Riley.
He's not coming anytime soon.
He
made that pretty clear.
He doesn't have to. Nick Saban said he was not going to be the coach of Alabama. We all see how that turned out. Give me a young offensive guy until and just keep him coming until we find out who's the right one.
Why would Lincoln Riley want to come to Miami and coach the Dolphins?
I don't know, pay him a lot of money. I don't know. Why does anyone want to do anything?
You know, he'd rather go to Cleveland.
Why Adam Gase want to come to Miami?
Because it was probably the only team that was stupid enough to hire him.
No, remember it was him, them, and who was it else that was trying to get him? Another team was trying to get him really bad, and he picked them instead. Because of Ryan Tannehill, he believed in Ryan Tannehill. As he said that last week in his press conference, that Ryan Tannehill is rare quality you cannot find in any other quarterback. Do you believe that? I
Is
agree.
Tannehill
I agree. He
respectable?
has a rare quality of had never being able to feel the rush ever. He has no idea when the rush is coming. It might be the most insane thing I've ever seen. He has such an ability to be completely just. I'm really mad now. He needs
When
to be
haven't
fired.
you been mad about
He,
Adam Gase?
he needs to be fired. I was with him before this. Remember, I
I
was
didn't understand why.
yeah, I was all for him, and then this just happened. He deserves to get fired. Uh, there is no excuse for him anymore. He deserves to be fired.
I mean, could you be any worse of a 5-4 team?
No, that's the problem. You know we know where if the season ended today, you know where our draft order's at. You know what place we'd be picking.
Like 14th, 15th?
We'd be picking 20th, the first team out of the playoffs.
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
That is how
That
terrible.
makes me cry inside.
That is how terrible we are. We're just good enough. And you know the one team we're behind. You know the one team we're behind in the playoff race right now.
We're like 8th or something, 7th.
We're 7th.
8th.
You know who we're behind? The one team we're behind that's in front of us in the wild card.
Bengals.
Yep, the team we blew a 17-point lead against in the fourth quarter because Ryan Tannehill decided to be a dumbass. That is how bad we are. Fire him. Fire everyone. Give me a new team. Give me a new coach. Get rid of Rashad Jones quitting on his team. Give me. I need new people. I need new players. My problem with Ross, Stephen Ross, is he always gets rid of a coach. He always holds on to a coach, a quarterback, a year too long. No, you always want to be Belichick. You always want to get rid of him a year too early rather than a year too late. He needs to get rid of him right now. Fire him. The Browns already got their coaching search started. I agree. I don't know who's a great candidate, but you need to get rid of him now. I'm tired of seeing this. I hope Green Bay destroys us this weekend so that I can finally so that Adam Gase has no more excuses. Because Adam Gase is the king of excuses, and it just drives me up a wall. Ugh, there's no excuse for being 28th in total offense, 24th in scoring offense, 33% on third down. There's no excuse for that. None. I don't care about your injuries. I don't care about your quarterback play. You've had 3 years, and you've been the bottom of the NFL in every single one of those years.
The Philadelphia Eagles were the other team considering Adam Gase at the time.
Boy,
And look
they
where they are
lucked
right
out.
now.
They lucked out. Ugh,
Howie
makes me sick.
Roseman's a genius.
Makes me sick. Makes me absolutely sick.
I feel like the Eagles baited Miami and just like looked like they wanted Adam Gase just so Miami could pull the plug and just take him. And they're like, yeah, we didn't really want him in the first place.
I don't know what it was, but this is just sad and disgusting. And I don't want him ever again. I don't want him to be on a roster. I'm not on a roster. He can coach for somebody else. I don't want him ever coaching for the Dolphins again. Ever. Let him and Tannehill go off to Buffalo or something, okay? Go anywhere else. But you're not a good head coach. Get out.
Guess where Joe Philbin is now.
Yeah, he's in Green Bay. He's going to kill us this week. He's going to stick it to us this week. They're going to put up so many points on us, and I couldn't be happier. I literally couldn't be happier. It's time. It's finally time. Hopefully, I'm hoping. Let me look at. I don't even know our schedule right now. Let me look at our schedule real fast.
We have Green Bay and then Indy.
No,
the bye, then Indy.
This sucks because we got to play the Buffalo Bills twice, so we're gonna get 2 wins there. Hopefully
Vikings,
we lose.
Jags.
Hopefully the Packers kill us, the Colts kill us, the Patriots kill us, the Vikings kill us. That's 4 more losses. So we're gonna end up at 8-8 at least. That's gonna be at best we end up 8-8. Hopefully the Packers kill us. Hopefully the Colts kill us. Hopefully the Bills upset us, and hopefully the Patriots kill us. And if that happens, he will be fired. Mark my words. If we lose the next 4 games, Gase is getting fired. That's what I'm rooting for.
I'm just concerned who they might hire after that.
Listen,
can you be worse than Adam Gase?
Yeah, you can be, but you gotta give someone a chance to be worse. Because right now you're stuck in purgatory about 7-9 to 9-7 without making playoffs, and if you do make playoffs, you get destroyed by the Steelers in the first round. So right now you're in that hell of a purgatory, right? Sometimes the night is darkest just before the dawn. Sometimes you have to suck it up You know, look at the 49ers. They had Jim Tom Sula for a year, and they sucked. But now they got Kyle Shanahan, a coach everyone believes in, their future, and everyone thinks their future looks good, right? Who thinks the Dolphins' future looks good right here now? Nobody.
I mean, it's pretty bad when the Cleveland
Let me
Browns
ask you a
job
question.
looks a lot more viable.
Let me ask you this question: would you rather be a Raiders fan right now or a Dolphins fan? Even though the Raiders are tanking on potentially, you know they have a plan, and at least there's some hope for the future. You know, like, oh, we're silent, we're stocking up draft picks. You know, John Gruden. I mean, maybe he's gonna suck as a head coach. You don't know, but at least you can see the plan. What's the Dolphins' plan? Go 7-9
There
again?
is no plan. They just wing it every year. Just wing it. Hope something changes. That's the definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result.
And he's Jets had to fail so hard. The Jets would have beat us. It would have started this whole firing process a weekend earlier, but the Jets had to freaking Sam Darnold had to throw freaking 4 interceptions and throw some of the worst interceptions I've ever seen.
Started week 2 and they couldn't beat us either. We didn't deserve that win either.
We deserve that one more than we deserve the one on Sunday.
Oh, I agree 100%, but we shouldn't have started 3-0 either. We could easily be the one of those 1-7 teams.
I wish we were one of those 1-7 teams. I really, 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 really wish we were. Because everyone knows on Monday night that game is not for who wins. That game is all about who loses.
Yeah.
That's all those teams care about. Okay. Enough about the Dolphins. What did you think of the college games this weekend? What did you think of Alabama and LSU?
Roll Tide.
Well, that's not telling me what you thought about it.
I mean, even you've said yourself the defense hasn't been as great as they could have possibly been, but this was a statement game for them. Even though LSU may not have the strongest of offenses,
let me change that.
This team out.
This was a statement game for '92. Quinn Williams, I think is his name. That guy looked like Aaron Donald out there. LSU tried to double block him, or tried to double him, didn't work. Tried to chip him, didn't work. That guy destroyed everybody. That guy made himself a lot of money last weekend, and good for him. But he was a beast. Like that's like the first time you can say the best player on the field was not Tua. The best player on that football field was Quinn Williams, or no, whoever. What's his name? Is it Quinn Williams? It's 92. It's 92. He was. Would you disagree? I feel like he was by far the best player on the field.
You can't disagree. Like if you had to give out a Player of the Game award, he would easily get that award. Like there's no doubt about it. He disrupted LSU play in, play out. There was no stopping him. Like you said, they did everything they could to take him down, and he still was left standing.
He was amazing. Alabama looked good. Tua looked a little human. LSU was able to put man-on-man coverage and make him throw some tight windows. He made some really great throws. That one touchdown to the tight end in the corner of the end zone was beautiful. Was beautiful. But he did make some mistakes. It was first interception of the game. Didn't even see the safety. That was a little frustrating. But you're not gonna. I think that's the best defense Alabama's gonna face all year. I don't care hearing about how good Michigan is. They play Northwestern every weekend. I think that's the best defense Alabama will face all year. I think that's the best secondary in the country. And Tua still had a pretty good game against them. You're not gonna be able to. And also, Alabama's had 2 of the receivers injured. Devontae Smith was injured going into the game, and then Henry Ruggs got injured during the game. So I think you're gonna. I think that was Alabama's toughest test of the year. I think, and they won by 29 points, 28 points.
Yep, 29-0.
So I think Alabama's kind of. I don't want to say cruise smooth sailing because I think the Georgia game's gonna be tough, and the playoff games will be a little tough. But like I said, I don't think Alabama loses once this year. Tua is insane. I don't know if Tua's gonna. If you were Tua, would you? Oh no, I hurt my hamstring and not play next year.
I'd still play.
You would still. I mean, he'll be first pick. He will definitely be first pick.
Well, that's a no-brainer in my mind. I mean, especially for how bad this year's quarterbacks class is going to be.
Hey man, don't go disrespecting Will Grier like that. I'll take Will Grier any day of the week. Give me Will Grier.
Is he going to be a top 10 pick, Ian?
Whatever Miami's drafting, I hope he's not out of their range. I hope he falls to Miami.
So you'd rather have Will Grier than a chance at Tua?
Listen, Miami's not getting a chance at Tua. You'd have to tank and be the first pick in the draft because the Raiders are going to get Tua, I believe.
Well, to be fair, the what do you call it? The mock drafts have us drafting number 1 in 2020.
That's pretty funny. No, because if we keep Ryan Tannehill and Adam Gase, they get you 6 to 7 wins. So we'll get 7 wins and we'll be in the middle of the pack and we won't get Tua.
Well, the Niners aren't going to be as bad. Jimmy G's going to be back.
Yeah,
The
but
Giants can't be any
the
worse.
I think the Raiders are gonna tank again. Even if the Raiders
They're
don't tank
gonna go
again.
1-15
Even if the Raiders don't.
again.
Even if the Raiders don't tank, they have 2 first-round picks. But
And they'd
someone's
probably
good.
be willing to trade some of them just to go get
You
Tua.
could tell me the Bills won't be ahead of us in the draft?
Ahead.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
toss-up.
Exactly.
If
They're gonna.
if they can get that offense going, they're not a bad team.
They're a terrible
The
team.
defense is capable when they want to show up. When they know how bad their offense is, so there's games they just don't show up.
I don't think we'll be the first pick. If we are the first pick, then of course I'd rather have Tua than Will Grier. But let me ask you a question: would you take this, a chance at Tua not knowing, or would you take a certain Will Grier in this draft? You only get one. Either you get Will Grier in this draft and you don't get a chance at Tua, or you might have a chance to draft Tua. You don't know, and you get no Will Grier. I'm taking Will Grier, just because the Dolphins need something, and I think he's by far and away the best quarterback in this class. I couldn't imagine how good Florida would be if he stayed at Florida. So I'm taking Will Grier. I'm taking my chances with him. I would much rather have Tua, but at the same time, I think it's going to be a tank fest for Tua. I think some team is going to start out 0-3, 0-4 next year, and it won't be the Dolphins because the Dolphins always win 1 or 2 games at the beginning of the year, and then that team is going to say, you know what, we're gonna, even if we don't need a quarterback, like if it was someone like Indianapolis or if it's like the Jets, let's say the Jets start 0-4 and they say we're going to tank. Even if they don't need a quarterback, but they will tank because they know how much someone will give up to get Tua.
That's fair.
So
Fair
unless you're saying the Dolphins are literally going to go 0-16 and tank for Tua from the beginning of the year, in that case those dumbasses would probably trade out of the first pick for like a first and a fifth. But if they did, what would you take? Would you take the certainty of Grier, or would you take a chance at Tua?
Because I know what would happen if we did get Will Grier. I just know. Like, there's just no in my mind. Like, who's he going to throw the ball to? Who's going to
Devontae Parker. Hey,
Oh, he's gone by
Laramie
then.
Tunsil is playing at all-pro level. Give him some props. Laramie Tunsil has been balling
Jawan
this year.
James on the other side?
I did not say give him props, but you gotta give Larry Tunsil some props. Am I right?
Well, he's hurt now.
Yeah, but
Right,
he's been balling all year.
I can't deny that.
But no. I mean, let me ask you this question: would you rather have Will Grier and some unnamed head coach, or Ryan Tannehill and Adam Gase next year?
The first option.
Exactly. I'm telling you, Will Grier is the play. That's who I want. I don't want no stupid Teddy Bridgewater. I don't want no whoever else they're talking about as a free agent quarterback. No, those guys have had their shots. I don't want them. I want Will Grier. That's who I want. Give me Will Grier. I mean, can't deny his talent. I know he plays in a conference with no defense, but you remember how good he was at Florida? He was lighting it up at Florida before he failed a drug test or something. I don't remember what happened at
He
Florida.
got dismissed for drugs.
What an idiot. But yeah.
Is he a changed man now, Ian? You want
I mean,
a changed man on your
is there
team?
anything to do in West Virginia besides drugs? So probably not.
Hit that moonshine, man.
But yeah. So you didn't answer my question though. A chance at Tua or a certainty of Will Grier?
I just know we're going to be average with Will Grier.
You don't know that. Will Grier could step it up.
You think Will Grier will make that offense just run no matter who's offensive coordinator?
I didn't say that, but let's put it this way.
You know who they're going to hire, Ian? They're going to hire some no-name coach.
But let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. If they're even worse, than Tannehill, he'll be gone a couple of years, right? You just gotta keep playing Russian roulette with the quarterbacks until you find one that's good.
Ian, they've done that for 20 years.
No, they haven't. Who have they drafted?
John Beck.
Who they drafted
Henne.
Who they drafted within the last 7 years, besides Ryan Tannehill? Exactly. Nobody.
Brandon Doughty.
Yeah, okay. Nobody. Because they're like, oh man, Ryan Tannehill could be the guy. 7 years later, he could be the guy. That's like, you know what that's like? That's like being with your girl or being married, right? And your wife keeps cheating on you, but you're like, oh, maybe this year she won't cheat on me, right? How long does it take you to learn before you say, you know what, this is who they are? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Fire Tannehill. He's garbage. He's not garbage. I shouldn't say that. He's a quality backup. But
you would be willing to put us in a salary cap hole.
I don't care about that. Yeah, you got to find your quarterback. Do it. That's one thing I love about the Seahawks. They paid all that money for Matt Flynn, right? Everyone thought he was going to be the quarterback of the future, and they went out and drafted Russell Wilson, and they didn't hesitate to play him. They say, you know what, Russell Wilson's better, we're playing him. Why don't the Dolphins do that? Why don't the Dolphins say, you know what, Tannehill's all right, but let's go draft the guy and see what he can do?
Well, guess who's scouting for us, Ian?
Who?
Chris freaking Greer.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's been scouting for us for 10 years. Look what he's brought us.
Yeah, he needs to get fired. I say burn the whole front office and coaching staff, not the people, but burn it to the ground. Start over, fresh start. See what happens. Those guys are done. They're terrible. All right, how do we get back to the Dolphins starting?
Yeah, I was literally about to make that point. I'm like, let's move on to a new subject here.
Okay. The top 4 are Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Michigan, and Georgia number 5. Do you see Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Michigan being the Final 4, or do you see Oklahoma sneaking in there, or Wazoo, or someone losing? What do you see happening?
I'm not too confident in Notre Dame right now. Apparently, Syracuse is 13th in the country. I don't know how that's possible, but they got to play them.
Could have beat Clemson.
Their starting quarterback's out, so they got the Brandon Wimbush, the black quarterback. He's going to be in there this week against FSU. I know FSU's not that great, but still
not that great. FSU's garbage.
I mean, I'm trying to be nice here. You know, I mean, like
they're garbage. Go ahead.
They still got to play USC in a rivalry game. That's never going to be easy, even though USC's clearly down this year.
What did you say?
Clemson's got the easiest of the 3 schedules, and then Georgia's still got to play Bama. So I could see Oklahoma definitely slipping in there. Definitely no one from the Pac-12. It's pretty much who's ever's in about the top 5 or 6 right now. It's going to be one of those teams.
Think so?
And I'm praying Ohio State don't get in there.
Oh, I think even if Ohio State does get in there, they will get destroyed.
What if they played Bama first round? It was one versus 4. Like, what kind of game do you expect?
I don't think Alabama's got trouble with anybody, to be honest.
I mean, if even Joel Klatt agrees with you, that's really saying something.
I didn't know he agreed with me.
He said that no one's going to compete with Bama this year, and this is a guy who probably maybe not hates Bama as much as Skip Bayless, but he's probably not on the Bama bandwagon.
Listen, well, he can't be that. Don't they own, what do you call it? Don't they own? Don't they have the contract with the Big Ten or whatever? So he's got to be a Big Ten homer.
Big Ten, Big 12, Pac-12, all the bad conferences.
Yeah, so he's got to be like those homers. I don't know.
Plus he played QB at Colorado, so
I know people are gonna hate this, but I honestly see, I honestly see this as being the chalk. I feel like all 4 of these teams are gonna make it. I think this is gonna be who it's gonna be in the finals, and I think it's gonna be Alabama, Clemson again, which I think people are gonna hate. I think ESPN is really gonna hate it. But that's what I see happen. I see Alabama, Clemson, and I think Alabama's got their toughest game against Clemson. Clemson can finally start to score some points.
I mean, it's 2 of the most consistent teams in college football right now. Like, it's just like a dynasty where you had like Magic and Bird, Lakers, Celtics for years. I know that you can't compare pro to college, but just the fact that these are the only 2 teams that are consistently at the top every single year, not losing games, or if they're losing games, they're losing the right games.
Yeah, I really think college football has a problem. They need to figure out how they're going to get more teams in there, because these 2 are basically a dynasty right now. And
Kentucky and Syracuse are 7-2, and they're ranked 11th and 13th in the country. There's clearly a problem.
Yeah. The committee. I honestly don't think the committee cares after a play at number 6. I literally think they just kind of throw things in a hat and like, how about Syracuse? Sure, let's see, 14. Yeah, that sounds good. I literally after the top 6, I don't think they care. I honestly don't think so.
What I think is even funnier that these teams keep losing and they still refuse to move UCF up. They leave them at the same spot every
UFC
week.
is barely beating teams that are terrible.
I'm just saying, like, you got to at least move them up a little bit. You're telling me that Kentucky's better than this team right now?
Than who?
Than UCF. Could Kentucky beat UCF?
No. Well, they could.
Why are they ranked higher?
They could beat them, but they wouldn't.
So why are they ranked higher?
because of their strength, because of the teams they've played. But that is what it is. All right, let's go back to NFL. We got some games this weekend. I'm trying to see the interesting ones. Man, there aren't very many good games.
Cowboys, Eagles.
The Eagles are gonna kill them. I can't wait to watch that game. How about the Seahawks and the Rams? Seahawks gave them a good game last time. I got the Seahawks winning that game actually.
Seahawks have been very good on the road this year. Apparently better than home, which used to be their forefront. Rams are going to come back strike. They're going to strike this week. They're just
I disagree. I feel like they're going to be a little flat after all that emotion and hardcore game they had on Sunday night. I think they're going to be a little flat. Oh my gosh!
Did you see Sean McVay's at press conference, like how hyped he was?
No, but it's 52-20 right now in the Pittsburgh game.
Glad I turned it off.
Holy crap!
I didn't expect 52 points.
I told my boss I thought it was going to be 34-31.
I had no faith in Carolina, but
you wouldn't. If someone told you Pittsburgh scored 52 points, you wouldn't have believed them.
I'm very shocked by that. But after seeing Cam Newton throw that awful pick six, I was like, this game over.
Yeah.
They just look lost.
Washington should beat Tampa.
I don't know about that, man. I really don't.
Fitzmagic's gonna bring it back.
I didn't say he's gonna bring it back, but I don't believe in Washington as much as people hyping up to be. They had a terrible game at home against Atlanta last week. They're not really an offense that you believe in. They've lost two of their offensive linemen to injuries for the season. Tampa's a team that just, if they can put up enough points, if they can stay in the game in the first half, they have a shot. Washington's not a team that's going to score a lot of points on you, so I think Tampa can make it a decent game.
Okay, what about
Josh Dobbs is in the game? Oh my.
Okay,
God.
What about Patriots versus Titans? Do you think the Titans have a chance?
I do not. Even though it's in Tennessee.
There's not a lot of good games this weekend. Let me look up the college game.
I mean, look at the last couple weeks. It's been like a bunch of hype games. Like, they can't have these great games week in, week out. The week after, we do have Kansas City, Rams, and Mexico City. So
that's terrible. I hate
it's
that.
a good game matchup.
All right, the big games we have in college this weekend. We have Mississippi State, Alabama. That's always a dangerous game for Alabama because it's always after the LSU game. I think we both think Alabama's going to take that pretty handily, but they'll probably get beat up.
Do you think Nick Fitzpatrick has any chance of scoring on this defense?
Yeah, he'll score a couple. Alabama's defense is not what it was. They had a statement game last week, but they're going to have a letdown like the Rams are going to have a little bit of letdown. You've got Ohio State, Michigan. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that game. That's going to be so good. Not.
Ohio State, Michigan State, you mean?
Yeah, whatever. No one cares. Auburn, Georgia. Poor Auburn's going to get beat again. I don't say poor Auburn. I hate Auburn, but Gus Malzahn swindled them out of so much money.
I thought you were an Auburn fan, except when they play Bama.
Not this year. They suck so bad. I think LSU might get. No, Arkansas's too bad. Man, it is a crappy.
They haven't
weekend.
won a conference game yet.
It is a crappy weekend for college football. This is not a very good weekend for football in general.
I know. Disappointing. You could watch the NBA instead.
Yeah, hell no. Clemson and Boston College. That game's gonna be over by the end of the game. Literally, mark my words, gonna be over by the end of the first quarter. Yeah, this weekend sucks. You only have like 4 ranked v ranked games. You have Ohio State, Michigan State, Alabama, Mississippi State, Boston College, Clemson, and Georgia Auburn. That's terrible. Only 4 ranked v ranked. And the week after this is even worse. So,
man. Wait till rivalry week. Thanksgiving weekend.
Hold on, look at next weekend. What's the biggest game next weekend? Holy crap! There's no big game. There's none. Right, as of right now, there's not a ranked v ranked game next weekend in college football. Your second weekend before the rivalry weekend. That's terrible.
Oh my gosh. Clemson, Duke at Clemson, Indiana, Michigan.
This is terrible.
Kansas, Oklahoma. Oh my gosh.
Where's game day gonna go?
What's going to be the SEC game of the week?
I don't know. This is embarrassing.
Missouri at Tennessee. Ugh. Don't tell me that's the game. Rice at LSU.
If I was Herbstreit, I would campaign to go to Hawaii.
Iowa State at Texas. That's your only top 25 matchup.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. I would campaign to go to the UNLV Hawaii game if I was Herbstreit. Let me go do Cane in Hawaii. That's what I would be campaigning for. I bet they go to. No, they won't go to Washington State again. They might go to Orlando.
Is there like an FCS game that's really big that week, like a Harvard Yale or something?
I don't know.
Because they always go to that
Col-
one random game, like North Dakota State or something.
Colgate Army.
Army's pretty good this year.
I didn't even know Colgate had a football team. Did
It's
you?
a toothpaste, right?
Yeah, I didn't know they had a football team.
No, I knew they had a football team, but I mean,
All my friends went there for college, and I didn't know they had a football. All right, this is terrible. All right, Adam. Anything you want to, what did you not like this week?
Do I get to do my rant now?
Yeah, you go for it. I'll sit back
All
and
right.
look up snowboard stuff.
The women's national team, women's national soccer team played
Oh my
Portugal
gosh,
today.
yeah. I'm gonna turn off my headset. Go ahead.
They beat Portugal 1-0. One player was missing from this team.
Oh man.
Jaylene Hinkle.
Who's this?
Now, for the people who don't know Jaylene Hinkle,
That's
back
me.
in June 2017, the national team was going to Europe to a couple of friendlies, play like England and another team, England and Netherlands. June is actually Gay Pride Month.
Oh,
Now,
man.
Jaylene Hinkle is a devout Christian, and once she found out that the team was going to wear jerseys that symbolize Gay Pride Month, she backed out.
Oh man, it doesn't sound
She
like
backed
very.
out due to her faith. Now, I'm not here to get political,
That's what it sounds like. This is going.
but this girl has not played for the team since. She is the best left back in women's soccer, on the best team in women's soccer. And yet you can't give a call up for political reasons.
Oh man, it almost seems like there's something more going on.
While we can let other players do their own political views but stay.
Oh man,
I'm not going to stand for that.
I need more anger, Adam. I need more anger.
The World Cup is coming up.
I need more.
France is better.
I don't feel the hate.
Canada's better.
I still don't feel it.
There is no reason. The point is to bring the best girls from the best to the best team. If you're the best team in the world, you would bring your best players. And defense has not been your priority for the last several years. And you're not going to bring in your best left back, or at least have depth at left back. You're not bringing anyone. And yet Jaylene Hinkle continues to sit at home and not play. I don't understand why. There's no reason. She's the best player at that position.
You understand
And yet
why.
they continue to neglect her for whatever reason. I don't understand.
You know why? Because of her belief system. That's why. All right, my thing.
That's how we run America. That's how we run the system. We just
It's because certain viewpoints are accepted and some are not. You know that. You're not stupid. Anywho, just like if Kaepernick was protesting because of something with Christian rights, people wouldn't care. People wouldn't be sitting there arguing about him all the time. Anywho, what I didn't like this week. Okay, I hate political ads. Oh my gosh, there were political ads all over the frickin' TV this week. I was in Florida last weekend. Every other ad was the governor's race, talking about how terrible the other person was, or the Senate race. And out here where I live in Washington, all it is political ads. We need to stop political ads. There should be no political ads. There should only be debates. Have each candidate have a debate, televise that. I don't care, but there should be no more political ads because I don't have to suffer through another political ad. I don't care if it's for a Republican, it's for a Democrat, it's for an independent. I hate political ads. Don't want to see them ever again. They should not be allowed to take campaign money for this. They should make that should go to building me a theme park out here in Seattle because we don't have one. But I am done with political ads. I hate political ads. There is not very many things I hate less than political ads. It is just drives me up a wall. It's ridiculous. These people are insane. Get rid of them. Ugh.
I didn't hear much passion there, Ian.
I
You called
freaking
me out for no passion.
I hate political ads. What else you want me to say? I can't like.
Do I get to add it to the hate board?
Yeah, I can have a hate. Yeah, I'm sure my boss added to the hate board at work this past week. Who knows? He probably did.
Wait, you can't see the hate board?
Yeah, I can see the hate for it, but there's so many ticks up there now. I can't attach. So the only thing I can attach are he puts red ones up there when I really hate something. He has a red one up there for Tannehill and a red one up there for Gase. So.
Which one's more red?
I think the Tannehill one is really red.
Might have to change that this week.
Man, yeah, I don't know if he marked one today. I didn't really talk to him. Well, I talked to him. I didn't really hate that much today. All right, Adam, what's one thing you liked this week?
Floyd Mayweather looking like an idiot by backing out of his nice MMA exhibition match.
That wasn't even MMA. Remember, it was gonna be specialty rules.
Specialty rules, my behind. He wore the gloves and everything, promoting it like he was in the ring and just tussle with this young kickboxer.
He can't stand being out of the news. He can't stand it.
Plus, he just wants a payday just to do nothing. Just to run and hide. Like, has anyone ever made so much money by not trying?
I don't know, but the one thing we can say about him is his problem is his spending habits. So he's got to fight again probably because he spends so much money. He's such an idiot with his money. He spends it all the time.
Is he going to be, what, 50 years old and still, like, scrounging for a fight?
Yeah. Well, isn't he fighting Pacquiao?
It's kind of being pushed off right now. Pacquiao's probably going to fight Adrian Broner right now.
How old is Pacquiao?
And he's almost 40. He's like 38, 39.
He needs to fight Mayweather again. But, I don't know. Anywho, that was what Adam liked this week. What I liked this week is it is starting to snow again, which means winter sports season is almost upon us. Go out, get your snowboard. If you ski or let your kids ski, you're an idiot. Don't want to hear anything else about that. Skiing is for losers. Skiing is a way of the past.
That's a little harsh, Ian.
I don't give a crap. I hate skiers.
What if your future kid wants to ski?
I'll be like, that's okay. You're not going to be a nerd at this age. When you're 18, you can be a nerd. At this age, we have other things for you. I will never let my kid, if I ever have kids, which is not likely at this point, but if I ever do, they will never ski. Not while they're under my roof. Listen.
What if your wife is so adamant about letting them ski?
I will not have married a woman that was adamant about letting children ski.
What if your wife was a skier?
She'd have to be really like.
Don't say hot, Ian. Don't say
12
hot.
out of 10. Like she'd have to be like Jennifer Lawrence in order for me to marry.
I thought it was Margot Robbie.
Listen, I told you Jennifer Lawrence is like. I'm still on Margot, but Margot's married, right? So if you're thinking like, if you want to come down from absolutely impossible to just impossible, she's married, so Margot's taken out. But Jennifer Lawrence, I don't know if she's dating anyone right now, but she's not married. So in theory, that has a better chance of happening. So I take J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence.
J-Law, that's what they call her now.
I think that's what the cool kids call her.
The cool kids?
Yeah.
Who's the cool kids?
I don't know. People that are younger than me and know more than me and probably watch political ads and go out and.
She is not single.
What? Who's she dating now? Who needs to go get?
Some guy named Cook Maroney since early May.
Oh, that's good. She's gonna break up with him. She always breaks up with people.
Who is this dude?
I don't know. You're the one that looked him up. I didn't look him up.
I never heard of this dude.
Well, she dates a bunch of weird people because she's a weird person.
Could you handle that weird personality?
I could handle it for a time.
Could you change her, Ian?
No. When you date someone like that, you don't try and change them. You just enjoy the ride while it lasts until they decide to discard you. Right? Just goes off with them. But okay,
he works in the New York City art scene.
Oh yeah, he's a weirdo. Anywho, so I think that's about it. Could be it for this podcast. Well, we focused a lot about the Dolphins and college football this week. A lot about my hate for Adam Gase and Ryan Tannehill. If you guys like this podcast, give it a like, give it a comment. If you want to talk about something,
to us on iTunes, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah,
leave the link in the description.
Tank for Tua. That should be everyone's life motto now.
Tank
for Tua. Even if you're a college program, you should be tanking for Tua. Tank for Tua's
I
younger
don't.
brother.
I don't respect Will Kane for stealing our idea. By the way,
I know. Tank for Tua 2020.
Hashtag trash Will Kane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. We've been talking about Tank for Tua since Tua started. Me and Adam have been talking about Tank for Tua since he won the championship game. Okay, we are all about Tank for Tua. So.
And then this fool comes in and wants his Cowboys to steal 2 away.
No, they got Dak
Tank for
Prescott, the
Tua
best quarterback,
2020.
the best quarterback since the history of the world, Adam. Okay, the best quarterback ever. But
I just loved how he was so adamant about having Tank for Tua, and then Jerry Jones signed Prescott to an extension.
well, he hasn't signed him yet, but yeah.
It's coming.
I am happy about that. Let that Prescott be the quarterback for years to come, and let them be mediocre. But that's gonna about do it for us for this podcast. Again, like Adam said, subscribe to us, leave comments, tell me how much you love me and how sexy my voice is. So thanks, guys, and have a good one.